complete control of the Naam, let's say. What does that mean? Complete control of the Naam. And I always go back to this saying of Kabir in the Guru. He says, I used to chant Ram, 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 and now Ram is chanting Kabir, Kabir, Kabir. And so I studied that a bit, and I also saw in the same area of the Guru, he says, I used to shout Hare, Hare, Hare. And now Hare is running continuously, all the time. And so what that meant to me was that when we chant mantra and we do jap, we are changing our frequency to that of this, what we call the Shabad. In Sikh Dharma it's called the Shabad. And it means the sound current of the universe. And so, to me what Kabir is saying is he did the jap on these mantras, and then at some point he became aware of the Shabad, also called in the Guru the Anahad, the unstruck melody. Yogis say that there's two forms of sound in the universe. There's ahad sound and there's anahad sound. Ahad sound is when you hit something against something else, creates a vibration in the air, and the molecules of the air, which spreads out through the molecules, goes into our ear, vibrates our eardrum at that same vibration, and our acoustic center of the brain interprets these sounds. That's how we hear. And it causes this physical vibration called an ahad sound. The anahad sound, however, is a sound that is spontaneously, continuously sounding in the universe. So it's called the unstruck melody. There's not two things striking one another to make a sound. It's just the sound, what the scientists say is it's the sound left over from the Big Bang. They call it cosmic radiation. In Christianity, in the Bible, of course, in the book of John, the beginning, it says, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word is God. That's exact perfect statement of Nad Yoga. Word and the word Shabad, the word Anahad, are exactly the same concept. And we have many ways of meditating on this sound. But it's my experience of it is you can't decide, okay, I'm going to now listen to the Anahad. And you sit down and just listen to it, because it doesn't come. And Guru Nanak actually explains it in Japji very well. He explains the process of it. He says, Gurumukhi Nadang, Gurumukhi Vedang, Gurumukhi Rehya Samai. And this word Gurumukhi is very interesting because there's three forms. There's Gurumukhi with a Sihari. It's a type of a vowel sound, a diacritical mark. We have it in Gurumukhi. And then there's Gurumukhi, which is the alphabet. That's with a different kind of diacritical mark, Sihari, or Bihari rather, E-Bihari. So Gurumukhi is the alphabet, that is clear. And Gurumukh refers to a person whose face is turned to the Guru. So that's referring to an actual person, a person who's immersed in the teachings. And the Gurumukhi with the Sihari means to churn the Shabad with the mouth. Because it literally means in the Guru's mouth. When you have a Sihari, it means something is in something. So it means in the Guru's mouth. And I came to understand that everybody's mouth is the Guru's mouth when we chant Gurbani. Our mouth is no different than Guru Nanak's mouth. We have the 32 teeth with the 2 meridian points behind each teeth, and then we have the upper palate with the other 32 meridian points in the upper palate. Guru Nanak had exactly the same apparatus, which connects to the brain chemistry and to the vagus nerve, and all the systems of the body are affected by the glandular and nervous system. And this Yogaji explained very, very clearly, and I tried to simplify and make it very clear in this book of Nad Yoga. And so that whole system of, and this is jap, we're talking about chanting with the mouth, with the tongue, making a physical sound. jap. This changes our frequency and changes the way our brain chemistry secretes. Very, very powerful. So Guru Nanak says, Gurumukhi Nadang, by churning these meridian points and using the tongue and creating these sounds and vibrations and also tones, musical tones. He says, Nadang, Gurumukhi Nadang, that the nad, the sound current of the universe, is activated in the person who turns the mouth, turns the Shabad Guru with the mouth. Gurumukhi Nadang. And then he said, Gurumukhi Vedang, that all the wisdom of the universe also is activated in the person who turns the Shabad Guru with the Guru's mouth, in the Guru's mouth. Gurumukhi Rehya Samai, that when a person does that practice, then he remains immersed in the sound current. So that line of Japji very clearly explains the system, how it works. That when we do japa, we do chanting, we do meditation, we do the kriyas, then they change our frequencies, so the wisdom and the sound current, we become aware of it. It becomes activated in the person. But until a person is ready for it, it doesn't happen. I remember my first experience of it, and then trying to recapture the experience, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't find it again. I couldn't hear it. But then it would just come of itself.